It's drive time with Dave. I'm Dave. I'll be your driver. I'm not even gonna say it. I will fix my collar though. Drives me insane. OCD on the collar. So, I have the old trusty pad today because, wow, I got so many questions and comments. I actually have to have a pad. So I'm going to do something very dangerous. I'm going to be reading my pad and driving. But it's not dangerous for you guys. It's only dangerous for me because I'm the one doing it. I don't recommend doing this at home. Right? Okay. All right. Okay. I had a good question because we had a little, Tax Tuesday. Okay. It's not, I got to calm down. I have to breathe. See, we start talking about taxes. That's it, man. That is it. Okay. Hey, so at what point, as my business is growing, should I use a CPA? Well, when you're small and you can do it yourself, you feel comfortable. You know what? It's quite possible I answered this question this morning. So when you're small and you're comfortable doing it, you don't need a CPA. It's when you get big enough and you're doing enough sales, you just don't want to be bothered with it. That's the point when you want to look at getting an accountant to take care of things for you. And that's really the nuts and bolts of it. It's pretty simple. There's no rule somewhere that says, hey, you have to have a CPA or an accountant or someone to do your bookkeeping. You don't have to if you can do it yourself. I just found in my experience that I didn't have enough time during the day to do it. Now, on a side note, I had a great phone call today from a really good friend of mine who started watching my videos. And I was very excited. He calls me up. Hey, Dave. I'm like, hey. He goes, I have sat and watched all your videos. So I'm waiting for it, like, okay. Right. So I'll tell you a little bit about Doug. That may or may not be his real name. So we're just going to go with Doug for now. Doug, he's on a different level. He's not on the same page, the same book, same bookshelf. He's not in the same library. Okay? He's way out there. So I was just like, okay, so what do you think? He goes, well, say I wanted to get started reselling. I go, okay. He goes, well, what would I do to get started? How do I get started? Well, I never really addressed that point. And he goes, well, I've already started because now I'm watching your videos. Well, all right. You just got my answer for it. You just gave me the answer to a question that I've not been asked. How does somebody get started? We get started by watching my videos. Congratulations. Now we've all got started. And he goes, okay. Now that we know that I'm watching you and I've gotten started, what's my next step? Well, the next step, that's the easy part. The next step is, you've got me. I'm here, and I'm here to help you to whatever capacity I can help. Advice, information, whatever it is that I can do. I may have to throw up a disclaimer or talk in a slight circle because some of this stuff we can't, it sort of happens behind closed doors. But you know what? We're gonna give it our best shot. We're gonna put it out there and see what you think. He goes, all right. Well, I'm ready. Well, see, the rest of this is Doug. He doesn't need to buy and sell nothing. See, so it's very flattering, and I'm glad he's so excited about the whole thing. But we both know he doesn't need to buy and sell a thing. However, I still need to buy and sell because, well, I still have to make a living. So that gives you a little insight about Doug, who may or may not be Doug. But Doug will know when he watches this video who he is. He'll know. He may actually start calling himself Doug, and well, that'll be pretty funny. I gotta be honest. Okay, so on to next question here. Got my list. All right. So number 2 is I've lost my place on my paper. I skipped something. All right. So differences in pawn shops. One of the questions was the difference in whether it's a corporate or a mom and pop pawn shop. So I guess I have to ask a question to the question. Like, I'm not sure what difference it makes. A pawn shop, in my mind, is a pawn shop. I don't get treated differently whether it's a corporate pawn shop or a mom and pop pawn shop. Typically, the difference is in a corporate pawn shop, if you go in and the manager's not there, well, then you can't actually make a deal. But with the mom and pop pawn shops, most of the time they're there, they're owner operators, and they're in there all day, every day. And so you can make a deal with them. So if that was the reason for the questioning, then that was the pitfall that I have found, is if the manager's not there, you can't make a deal. And he just tells you to simply come back. So you go back. All right. So I really have no more to add to that pawn shop thing. Okay. Why a tax certificate? Is there advantage or disadvantage? Okay, so every 100 in Florida, that's where I'm located, in Florida. Every $100 that I spend, it costs me $7 in tax. So there are resellers out there. They know who they are. Rockstar and his tax. He carries that thing around like it's gold. I mean, he carries that thing. He's waving around like it's a flag of freedom. That without this piece of paper, he wouldn't be in business. So I prefer just to go in and pay my $7 for every $100 I spend. So that's just me. And then when the item goes up and it sells, and then there's all these rules and regulations and fine print and all this mess that says, well, you got to collect the sales tax wherever you're at. You're responsible. I know, and I paid it when I made my purchase. Ha! That's great. Now, Mr. Rockstar, well, he whips this thing out like it's a ninja star, and he's like, whoa, here it is. I'm going to save my $7. But see, the question that I have for Rockstar, and he's gonna address this rather quickly. How much time does he spend filing his sales tax return? I don't spend any time. I spend 0. Because it's negligible in the grand scheme of things. Negligible. Now, there's a disclaimer here that says, state law requires that you have resale certificate if you're a reseller and you're reselling all this stuff. I'm not saying do it or don't do it. You can check on your local area law. You may live in a state, in a county, in a province. There's still some of those out there. In Louisiana, I understand. That may require... Almost... My car decided it was going to run into the car in front of me. So, it wasn't me because I'm not actually driving. The car is doing all this on its own. So, yes, from a legal standpoint, you're supposed to be registered with your state and tell them that you're buying and selling. Don't listen. I don't know anything, okay? All I'm trying to do is answer a question that I don't actually know what the hell I'm talking about. Excuse me. I just converted my channel from family friendly by you. I don't know if I can use that word, HELL, on air. I'm going to have to check with ABC or NBC or CBS. I'll call one of the top people there and I'll ask them. I don't know. Okay, so with that said, we will move on to, I am not sure. The question was, will any 99-cent store work? There are a lot of 99-cent stores out there, dollar stores. Dollar General, Family Dollar, Dollar Store, Dollar Tree. I don't know your area, and you said the question come from a viewer that said there's a 99-cent store, up the block, across the street. I live above it. I don't know. Go in, see what kind of products they have. Next. Okay. Lindy Glenn. You know, you're participating on my channel more than I'm participating on my channel. And it's very exciting. Lindy wanted me to point out, I don't think she wanted me to point it out, but I'm pointing it out anyway. I did not know that dollar stores have DVD movies, and that she is a DVD movie expert, and that she can go to dollar stores and get DVDs that she likes to sell. So I think she's recommending that we all do it, or at least go find your favorite movie at a dollar store, and apparently it's only going to be $1. That sounds like a win-win for me. So for anybody out there with kids that need kids movies, maybe they have kids movies for $1. I'm looking at you, Doug, because you've got some kids up there. Doug, Richard, Jack. There's a whole bunch of you guys got kids, and you need some dollar movies to save some of that money. Okay. Yard sales versus 501c donations. Do I have an opinion? That's what I was asked, if I have an opinion. Well, two schools of thought. I work at this all day, every day. And having a yard sale is a different animal. Do I believe that I could take the stuff that is not selling online and in the correct, appropriate, best possible, high traffic yard sale, that I could turn that into money? That is an entirely different business segment. I can make 1,000 videos on how we take everything that we sell on eBay and set it up at a yard sale and make more money because we're not paying shipping and fees. So the choice is yours. Once in a while, I like to do good. I pointed out in a previous video, I donated a little more than 7,000 toys to battered women and children shelters last year. Now, that's what I like to do. So the first thing that I always think of, if I have inventory and I have exhausted every possible way to sell it, I make the choice. I will just take those clothes and I will donate them to a church who will give them away. You can certainly take your leftovers and set up a yard sale. You could turn that into a full-time business if your local county, state, area doesn't, lower the boom on you for operating a business openly out of your house. Different regulations. Not knowing your area or what the local laws are. Not everyone can have a yard sale every weekend freely. Like, there are areas where I'm at that says you can only have 3 yard sales a year. You have to get a permit to have a yard sale. Because everybody's got their hand in your pocket. They all want their sales tax, they want their permit fees, they want their shipping fees. By the time you're done paying with all these fees, I don't even know what we're doing here. It's craziness. Okay, rant over. Here we go. Dollar stores. So the other question was, dollar stores have brand name items. And in, oh my gosh, I completely forgot to announce my webisode. January 25th, 2017, webisode 28. In episode 27, I talked about brand names and the dollar stale, because that's the next question about dollar stale, right? Sells case-packed products on a wholesale website, wholesale.dollarstore.com. If you would like to go and purchase, sound like a plug for them. Are you paying for this dollar store? You guys need to chunk up some cabbage here for Dave. Okay, so you can go and you can buy case packs from dollar store, and hopefully you'll make a whole lot of money. As I explained in the previous video, that is not a business model that I'm interested in. But for you, I highly recommend the next step. And I learned that from, I got to turn my page here. Just Click Riches is a subscriber, very active, always making comments and stuff. Very nice guy. We've had a few message conversations or comment conversations back and forth. definitely he's the one he's doing the pallet breakdown business, and struggling like all of us. We're all struggling because of that. You get into store returns. I had another subscriber talk about they bought a pallet at an auction and 90% of the stuff was bad, and out of the 10% that he actually sold, he actually took some returns, which caused negative feedback. And pallet returns are a dangerous game until your business is so big that there's a much larger portion, because you and this is what I was saying before, your emotional side cannot be involved in the purchasing. The only reason it worked for me is because somebody said, I'm sending you a tractor trailer load of material. Send me money. And I foolishly would say, okay, because they knew more than I did. And yes, they were right. And that's how I learned about a lot of these products. But Just Click Riches, he was very nice and supplied the information for me to share with everybody about wholesale.dollar store. And I actually went on there, and that's how I learned about the dog food cases and what they were actually selling for on Amazon. So, let's see here. What's next here? Donate taxes, we've already talked about. Somebody actually left a comment. I'm not really sure about how to pay as little as possible. Well, you should really try to pay as little as possible. And if you feel that you're paying too much, stop right there. Come and watch another video. There's always another way. Listen, I'm here for you. I'm here. We're friends, and I'm here, and I will help you the best that I can. And you can do it. It does not matter if you are starting off today or you're already huge as Just Click Riches and doing more zeros than I care to say live on the air. You can do it too. We all had to start somewhere. And as I've said in every video, I was there. And now I am here. And it will not happen overnight. But listen, it will happen. Perseverance, dedication. You have to be motivated. You have to want it. And right now, in a lot of cases, you may not know what you want. When I first started, I knew I wanted to make money. I just wanted money. That was it. I wanted money. I didn't want to live how I lived any longer. And I had no idea, and I was very lucky that I met some people a lot smarter than me that were willing to share what I am now sharing. If it hadn't been for them, you don't gain the information that I've learned in 20 years out of a book. You don't gain the information. You want to start a YouTube channel. We'll put that out there. You want to start a YouTube channel and you want to get subscribers? It just doesn't happen. It happens because you found me through an ad on another channel. It happens because you found me through another channel. Another channel gave me a plug. Rockstar, thank you very much. Lindy Glenn, thank you very much. Everybody that's giving me a plug. I mean, you come from their channels, right? I won't always be able to provide information on how to buy and sell one item, but as soon as you're ready, and I have given you enough of one items, you're ready to move to 2 items, I'm your guy. And I'm going to help you all I can. It's too serious for me. I can't take it. I can't keep the serious face anymore. Doug, you made me do that. All right. I skipped a page. I have to go back now. Actually, it looks like I did not skip a page. I followed my pages. And drive time with Dave is over. I'll be seeing you soon. And always like and subscribe and share if you have anybody to share it with. Not everybody wants to share me. No, they want to keep me all to their secret. Oh, speaking of secrets. Nope, we'll do it next time. Lots more secrets. This was Drive Time, and I'm Dave. Thank you so much for watching.